So it's been a little while, a lot of while. Um, but let's talk depression. Um, I've referenced on some of my other platforms. I don't remember if I referenced on this platform that I had suffered from depression for about 5 years after my father transitioned. Was that awkward? Yes. Was it awkward for the people around me? Yes. Did I realize it? No. I was a functional depressive person. I got up, I took care of my daughter, I showered, I cooked, I had mild happinesses throughout the day. Happinesses, what kind of word is that? I had mild joys throughout the day. My daughter's laughter, she was little at the time, so there were things that she would do. But I was sitting in depression. What people didn't see and people didn't know is my shower typically happens right before somebody was going to get home and notice I was in the same clothes. Um, I use my daughter as an excuse to not go to things. Um, oh, I gotta nurse her. Oh, I don't have anybody. Um, I did nurse until she was 2, so the excuse remained valid. But after 2, it was kind of like, what's the issue, right? So depression affects people in such a myriad of different ways, and it's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's weird, but it's also such a different kind of way to look at it for me now. Um, I knew when my dad died that I wasn't the same person that I had been before, right? And I've referenced that like on here in my blog, different places that like I was a mess, but I also knew that the way that I showed up in the world had to be different. The way that I showed up for myself had to be different, right? And I didn't know that I was being, so to speak, called into the path that I'm in now, which is spirituality and doing, my healing, and also as of late, opting to go back to school to get my master's in social work. Um, so I was like in uncharted waters. I had never been in a place where like I couldn't check in with my dad, like as a temperature check, like I'm still me, right? Like I'm still good, right? Um, so it was weird. It was weird to be broken down to that. Um, Everybody in my family says I'm so much like my father. I look like my father. Do I have tendencies of my mom? Yes, um, because I do believe I'm their love child. Um, but I aligned with my dad, and I had a lot of my dad's influence growing up. So there were some things that were just like innately Elliot, and like people call me little Elliot, and it's hilarious, right? I can be very logical, but I can be very emotional. So going through this depression that I went through for 5 years, and I didn't realize until like I was coming out of it, which that's crazy. Um, it was almost like a choice finally, like a definitive moment where I said, yeah, I just don't want to be depressed anymore. I don't want to feel like this anymore. And feeling like this is just not right. Um, in that, like, I'm raising a whole kid. I'm in a relationship. Relationship went to shit, honestly. But like, what you don't realize in depression is how it affects so many little things. And like, commitments couldn't I couldn't keep commitments. I couldn't really be present for myself. And then like my friends didn't even know, so I just wouldn't hang out with my friends. I'd just be at home. Oh god, it's a bee, it's a bee, it's a bee, it's a bee, it's a bee. Okay, there was a bee. It's gone now. Was I scared? Yes, because I don't want to get stung. But I just recognized that like that depression was a darkness and a buildup and a void. So it wasn't a full depression. It's just like I didn't know what to feel and I didn't know what to do. Um, but I think we don't talk about it. We don't talk about mental health. So here I am talking about the fact that like I was full on depressed for 5 years. People didn't know. I went out, I interacted, I did things, and like it just wasn't a great experience. Just be honest with yourself and get help when you need help. I got help. My help came much later, but I got help. And then you figure it out and you get better. So this won't be the last Let's Talk Depression, because we're probably going to have to circle back. But let's start having these conversations. Until we meet again.